Hey, Rebels. Okay, so I know it's been a while. You're gonna have to forgive me. Spirit has been working some things with me, using me to do certain things behind the scenes. Also, family issues, this, that, and the other, and phone calls and everything trying to take up my time. But I had to make sure that I come and greet you all. Do go check out the community page because I am doing a GoFundMe. It's very important, and I'm hoping, well, not hoping, I have faith. I definitely have faith that this is all going to work out. Read the story if you have any questions. I cannot give too much detail. Um, as I put in the story of the GoFundMe, I really want to do this right. So therefore, there are legal protections that are necessary. So if ever I'm not here, there's other things that I have to attend to. I am a single parent as well as I am getting this ball rolling. So there's a lesson there. Watch how you talk to yourself. Watch how you talk to yourself. Watch how you talk about yourself. But there is a read that I am going to put up if I haven't already, which I'm sure before I put this one up, I'm going to put that one up. And it's going to be called 25 minutes later. And if there's an emoji of a pineapple, please do let it give you that SpongeBob effect of 25 minutes later. Because that last read, it to me, because I listen to myself so often that sometimes it seems that I'm going off on a rant. But Spirit said, no, there are messages there for some of everybody. And use your own discernment. But 25 minutes into that read, the read goes further in depth. Okay. But as well, in that last read, we did have certain of these cards. Plain and simple, the devil is running. The devil is running out of tactics, out of ideas, and it's just pretty much throwing anything and everything at you, not realizing that everything that he's throwing at you, all these familiar energies, they are familiar to you. So therefore, you have had practice in these areas. You know what to do with these situations, about these situations, even the situations of him that needs to be disregarded. Now here, under as well, and we go deeper into explanation and detail about this in the 25 minutes later read. But here with the Nine of Swords upside down, you're not stressing over this. It's like you would prefer to be doing other things. You would prefer to be accessing parts of you and nurturing other aspects, but you have gotten to this place of calmness within your energy that you're like, no rush, because you know what needs to be handled is going to be handled. What's for you is not going to leave you. And so long as you remain in alignment and stay in high vibrations, you are all good, even if you are living in the hood. Honey, let's go ahead. So you're selling off from this. There's a lot that you are doing behind the scene. Honey, so am I. There is a lot that you are doing behind the scenes. Okay. When this card came out, and this card was not in the last read, but when this card came out, I heard Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. So you have this level of confidence and esteem in areas of your life that other people like they knew that you had it in you, but they did not think that you would meet that part of yourself this lifetime. And guess what, honey? Here it is. And all of their curiosities and wondering of what does he or what does she got going on in the background, and them trying to be in your business, and them trying to find out your business, and them even faking a funk and making friends that aren't really their friends, but just acquaintance type things, because they feel that these other people have information about you that in order for them to get that information that they have about you, that they need to go rub shoulders with these people. Little do they know, no one knows what you have going on. You have learned that your privates, that your personals are just that. They're private and they're personal. And when it's time for things to be exposed, honey, you gonna come out fully equipped and prepared for any sense of judgment, any sense of doubt, or anything, any sense of anything, even forms of neglect that people think that they can distract you and discourage you with, honey. So I'm here. Roll on, roller coaster, roll on. We're one day older and one step closer. Okay, honey. Spirit said, yeah, it's not just the song, but it's also Kid Rock. So they're like trying to toss pebbles your direction. But Spirit said, let's go ahead and move on. They said that, talking to the moon. Spirit said, oh, Process your feelings. Now, a lot of your cards already came out, but there is more messages that we gonna pull cards for. But Spirit said we gonna rush through this just a bit because you got things you need to get back to. And they don't want you sitting on your butt or walking around just listening to tarot. They said you have other forms of motivational speech that is waiting for you. There are things that are popping up on your For You page and in the vicinity of your actual active life that is there to support you so that it's not just tarot reads. And I know some of you may be looking at me like, hey, so don't you want us to watch our channel? Sure, I want you to watch the channel. Sure, I also want you to receive what it is that you can get from it. But I also understand I am not the only tool that source has sent here to assist you in whatever way it is that you need to be assisted. And sometimes even when the messages don't resonate with you, Spirit just wants you to know what's out there and what's going on with other people. Okay, so it says process your feelings. Processing your feelings, that energy here for the past couple of, past 2 weeks or so has been more so talking to the moon about the things that you have felt were real, that weren't real. There were actually illusions and delusions that have been conflicting with you and what it is that Spirit has been bringing into your reality to know that you are witnessing for a fact. Loved how they slowed that down. Okay, so process your feelings, okay? The good, the bad, the ugly, the in between, the unsure, the hey, what the hell is this? This is new to me. And then through all that, you are going to strain through this, like, miners used to do with gold, right? And you are going to figure out what is true to you, what is right for you. Remember that you are an individual, that you are so authentic, especially being because you are willing to process your feelings. Now, you would think that all people would be authentic, right? In ways they are. But what makes you extremely authentic is the fact that you are not avoiding the aspects of you that are in relations to which everything is in relations to how it makes you feel. What are your feelings? Can you identify them? Is how you feeling logical for the situation, or are you rolling on defenses? Are you avoiding obstacles? This is what makes you a very authentic being, right? So, to what we wanted to bring attention to, this Ten of Wands has not been driving me crazy, but it's been a little bit okay. This Ten of Wands lately, there's been this energy of having me reading it as the Ten of Swords. Spirit is saying the reason that it has been wanting me to read it in the energy of the Ten of Swords, though at times it is relevant to the Ten of Swords, is because there are people who have witnessed your life and notice your strategies, though they don't have the blueprint, the outline, or the awareness of how you are maneuvering the way that you are. They want you in the Ten of Swords energy of being in your mind of, oh my God, this happened to me. Oh my goodness, why does nobody like me? Why? Just all those whys. Every sword is engraved with a why. And Spirit said ultimately, all those swords that if it was indeed a Ten of Swords, all those swords were swords put in you by others who you believed in, who you felt due to their titles, that they were, supposed to be here to help you in this way of life, whether it be family, co-workers, whomever. And they deceived you. And they were very deceptive in regards to their expression of intentions and why they were in your life. And they molded themselves to be what it is that they felt that you needed to be, just a little bit, not enough to actually show up to what it was that they knew for a fact that you were worthy of. It's like them tripping you at the start line because they didn't want you to win the race and because they wanted to be that hierarchy. All right? The Spirit said, no. And all this stuff is being corrected, okay? Like I said, running devil, the devil running. It does not matter which order you put in. That motherfucker gonna go. Why are we pulling this, Spirit? They are in this energy of them not wanting to put forth the effort. They need, now we getting into them. But this is still you. This is you, okay? Remember that every other card we pull out after this has many much to do with them. And you also have cards back here behind the scenes. So we got your card. You got your stuff. Okay. You got your stuff. You know what's your stuff. You know what's not your stuff. And Spirit is saying this is why the read is so divided the way that it is. But these are the people. It says don't let your focus close you to new ideas. And that is exactly what they have done. They are still doing things the old fashioned ways of going along to get along. And so they can trip you up and get ahead of you. They don't want to change the way of how things have worked in other eras, ERA, of the world, and other dimensions even. Confirmation. Okay, confirmation. It's a party. But yeah, they don't want to change the way like how back in the day, there were certain rules that were not in place. So therefore people got away with certain things like abuse and, certain things that were not changed within the law until the 90s and still are not changed within the laws until, in other countries and other people's households are all right. They're not wanting. They don't have a desire, nor do they understand it logically. That shit is changing and they are trying to enforce that shit don't change. Ultimately not realizing, and it's a lot of ultimately, so this, it's very defining. Ultimately not realizing that they're not in control of how things work down here on this marble we call Earth. They're not in control of how things work within the spirit even. That they can project all the fuck it is that they want to. But Spirit said, Spirit ain't even got to be combative. It is what the fuck Spirit said it's gonna be. All right. So therefore, Rebel, your life, everything going forward, everything behind you even had already been decided. It is not your problem that these people refuse to remove the veil that has not only been over their eyes, their face, but once that veil is removed, honey, they're gonna realize that they on some Bride of Dracula type stuff. Okay. So Spirit is saying with your cards back here that they want you to commit to what is about to be said going forward, and also nobility with the elk. And it says celebrate your accomplishment with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Okay. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Baby, I didn't even read that before we came in. I just saw the elk and nobility. But anyway, so these cards, minus this hermit, came out on last read. So this would have been up there, but Spirit had me put this there within the shuffle. They said that Spirit is saying hermit mode. You've taken hermit mode as a concept more than likely of you having to separate yourself. Spirit said, no, now hermit mode for you is defined differently. This is not about you isolating yourself, but more so isolating your ideas until they are ready to be released. This is more so about you isolating your awareness from other people's ability to be able to see it prematurely. You got that? Okay, good. Get it good. So here with strategy. And then I'm going to explain why these cards are back out here. Because Spirit said, keep that out there. Keep this out here. Keep these out here. All right? But anyway, so strategy. Be very strategic about which parts of you show to whom. You being bubbly, we love that about you. You being a willing, helpful person, we love that about you. You being you giving it to them when they need to be, when they ask need to be handed to them. Yeah, we like that too. Okay, but Spirit is saying, watch your mask, because your masks are, I don't know how old you are, but do you remember like those glasses? It was like this glasses projector type of toy that had this little orange handle on the side. The front of it was red and it had these lenses, and you put it up to your face almost like they were binoculars, right? And you push down the orange thing and it gave you a different picture, right? Spirit said this is how you are going to find yourself living for a good while. That you are going to be flipping the masks that are to be utilized, not for deception purposes, but that are going to be yourself in your genuine, authentic self that needs to be used within that moment, in those moments, with certain people, categories, experiences, and environments, etc., etc. So your masks are different because you know which each one is for. The fact that you have been able to label your emotions, identify your emotions, give them names, understand the identity of which they show up, understand the identity of purpose, and you know that when you utilize these two in coexistence, that you are not overstepping any boundaries, that you are not being deceptive, that you are being genuine, confirmation that you are being genuine, that you are not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. This is not even a survival mode type of thing. This is you saying that there are many parts of you, and no parts of you is necessary to be hidden unless you know that whomever or wherever it is that you are at or dealing with is not equipped to communicate with you at the level that you can go. This isn't even about you dumbing yourself down. This is about you dialing yourself back, because part of the issue with you before and prior to this was that you were giving so much of yourself and that you were so excited about who it is that you are, that you showed too much to the wrong people, which made them further interested in you and caused them to be further invested in trying to figure out what more it is that you had, because that you showed them, that you exposed to them, they wanted to take. Right? Honey, at times they even robbed you from it, of being able to be you. Now, Spirit said, you know how to take care of yourself. You know. And said we could leave that there. Now, going straight over here. In the last read, we went straight across to strategy, mask, down here to fate, sweetheart, and nightmares. And we did speak on the fact that these nightmares were actually to help you grow, that they were like this bittersweet thing. You may not have completely understood the nightmares and the visions that you were receiving in your sleep or in your daydreams or the lived experiences, but they came to your understanding of why. It was motivation, as we spoken before. Your ancestors and the spirit in your spirits, and your spirit, and your spirit, and your spirit team knows how to put that fire under your ass to get you to go, to get you to not even be angry all the time. But at times, yeah, they need that rage, that good rage. But for you to actually be so motivated to add in that momentum to whatever the currents are that you are swimming through to get to the point that they need you at. And some of you are actually further ahead of where the hell they thought you would be at. Okay? And they say it's okay to pace yourself at times. Allow yourself to rest when you know your body is calling for you to rest. It's still gonna be there. Right? Things just gonna work out, just a little tweak here and a little tweak there differently, but it's still gonna be there for you. Yeah, and it's not about you being in a struggle. The struggle right now for you is for you to be able to see, and what did this say? Celebrate your accomplishments. The struggle right now is for you to be able to see how equipped you really are, and that you can still remain with your energy in high vibrations and not fall down and not fall apart and not be in that goddamn Ten of Swords energy that they want to manipulate this to be. Because I tell you, they be trying to put, influence that energy onto us readers. Now I'm going to admit to it any and every time that I can call it out, which is a lot when it does happen. But Spirit is saying the true energy of you and yourself is that they do understand that you may be feeling a little overwhelmed at times. But honey, everything that you are attending to is of your obligations. So therefore, why be overwhelmed? Keep your vibrations high. Keep your frequency high. Because why be overwhelmed when you know that you're doing this for you? When you are doing this for the so many who are not trying to be like these folks down here, or these folks over here, who are not trying to supplement their life to old stories of how things used to work and how things used to be. All right. So Spirit said, continue to build. If you feel a little frustrated, a little overwhelmed, take a beat back, take a breath. Make sure you keeping up with your spiritual cleansing. Make sure you even keeping up with your tidiness. It does not have to be perfected. If you only get to move around one item, know that you did that. Know that you created space for something else. Confirmation. So back to these nightmares, honey. You're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. Honey, I'm rooting for you all the time. Even the project that I'm working on, back to the GoFundMe real quick, a brief, what do they call it? A little advertisement. Yeah, that has a lot to do with you. So if you're able to share, I appreciate you so much. And all those who need it appreciate you so much. If you're able to donate, by all means, donate. I don't think there's a like button, but if you're able to share, pray over it, PRAY. Share, donate, do whatever it is. Help. Just look at the story. I appreciate you for it, and all those who I really truly believe and have faith in knowing needs this. Thanks you. Okay? And honey, that energy. So here. This is the reason why Spirit brought us in a continuation from the 25 minutes later read. All right. I did not realize there was cards behind this card. Now, let's go ahead and spread these things out. Now, we have here faith. Due to your trust in the divine, in the higher source, in this path, in this conquest that you've been sent on. Look at these cards. You got faith. You got goals. Okay. Live and learn. Profession. I'm getting a little excited, honey. You gotta excuse me for a bit. Excuse me. Internal love. Eternal love. Move all those over. I'm getting excited. Literally got me shaking in my boots. All right. And then you have overload. All right. So, what Spirit is showing me here, and we're going to go ahead and put this here, baby. Commit to continuing to move forward. Commit to being honest about how it is that you may be feeling, even if it's just for a moment. Even if it's the fact that you can be honest about how it is that you feel within the moment. It's going to keep your frequency high. It's going to allow you to continue to elevate, because the only person who you will really be lying to when lying is yourself. And you will be the one who will be greatly affected by that, by lying to yourself. Now, you could tell somebody else a lie, and how they spiral that into their own beliefs or assumption of what you meant, that is partially on them, though it started with you. But for you to lie to yourself would be the greatest deceit that you ever, fill in the blank, okay? But to have faith, you gotta have, you've been hearing it for, I don't know how long you've been listening to reads, or how long it is that you've been listening to the mentorships of motivational speaking, or paying attention to the signs, or just all forms of divination. Spirit says that you believed in it when you heard it. Now they need you to believe in it as it becomes a reality. You believed in it when you heard it, but now they need you to believe in it as it becomes a reality. And not all things happen overnight, but there are going to be some very miraculous, mystical, amazing things that are indeed going to happen for you overnight. But Spirit is saying, remember, you have put in work towards this. So even those things that seemingly happen for you overnight, you got yourself in preparation. You supported yourself. You were guided here, and you trust. You had faith. It wasn't just a belief, but you had faith. It wasn't about hope. You had faith. And Spirit said they need you to continue to retain, continue to accept that information and believe it, trust in it, have faith in it as it comes to occur and it presents itself. It's like you got a baby out there. You got a baby out there somewhere in the world. You don't know what it looked like. Oh, Spirit said that spirit baby that you've been hearing about. You don't know what it looked like. But when you lay eyes on it, you know that that one belongs to you. When you hear it, you know that that one belongs to you. Blindfolded or otherwise, you know that that one belongs to you. Now, living and learning, baby. Living and learning. You've been in training. You've been in training, you've been studying, you've been focusing, you've been studying things that you didn't even think years ago that you would have ever had an interest in. And now you will be damned if anybody come in and try to remove this interest of yours from your life. Especially someone new where it's like, oh no, pay attention to me. No, give me your attention. Hey, let's get to know each other. But in order for you to get to know them, you would then have to remove these certain parts and qualities of you that you have been in development with spirit to whom you have faith in. So Spirit said, be very discerning, because there are going to be those who see that you have your time and your energy tied up in a project that even if the project is just you and your self-healing, that your project may not be something physical as of yet or tangible as of yet, but you are a physical and tangible need, necessity, and requirement for you. Now, it's not that you are being stingy or that you are being selfish or that you think that selfish or that you think that you're too good. It's just you respect the value of you. I was having a conversation with my daughter the other day about how expensive she is. And true enough, this girl is very expensive. This woman is very expensive. And she already has the understanding, even though I reiterated it to her. Honey, so anybody who you deal with, you could, if you love them purely down to their heart and soul, great. But anyone who is trying to buy their way into your life, not saying that she can be bought, but they really need to understand, like, she is not at all going to live herself short to make room for somebody else. Okay? She's definitely not. And that's fine. That's okay, because she understands her value. She understands her worth. She knows how hard she goes for herself. She knows how much she has developed for herself to find herself in peace. Okay? Peace and coexistence with herself. Honey, whether it's with a dog or whether it's by herself, that woman is fine. Okay? Now, professions. So you done faith, go. You done live and learn. You had to go. You've been living and learning. You've been living and learning that goal, whatever it is. You may have a couple of them and you just checking them one by one off the list. Maybe you're doing a few at a time. Okay? You have the ideas. You know where to invest this energy that it is of yourself. Once again, you may not know what it look like or where all it's going to take you, but you know that you are in alignment and that you are on the right path. Honey, this profession's card. I want to be an octopus at times so bad, because I understand and I get you. I feel you. To be able to do so many things at once and not necessarily even prefer to be someplace that, someplace else and doing something else. You are so excited about where it is that you are headed and what it is that you're doing. And not even the potentials, but the possibilities of you and the options of yourself. You say, what the fuck is that word potential? What the fuck is the word potential? You say, because when the opportunity presents itself, honey, I'm on that thing like a dog on a bone. Okay? So keep going. Whatever this is for you, fuck what everybody else think that it's supposed to be. Why are we grabbing over here? Fuck what everybody else think that it's supposed to be, baby. Because you watching yourself grow. Not only are you watching yourself grow, you are witnessing yourself, learning yourself, getting to know yourself. You're like, who is this person? Even in the 25 minutes later read. I'm trying to do it with SpongeBob voice. It's not quite working out. But anyway, even in the 25 minutes later read, I came in that read and I was like, okay, I don't quite know who I am right now. But it's like I'm feeling myself, getting to know myself in my becoming. And that's what it is that you're doing. So if you ever feel like you are like that awkward, teenager, young adult energy of, oh my goodness, this is my first date with this person. And do I look fine? Am I okay? Honey, look, do all that because you're going on that date with you. You are marrying yourself. You are in a new engagement with yourself in this life cycle, on this timeline, on this frequency, the quantum leap of it all. Your Akashic libraries. You are getting that information, those downloads. Trusting yourself. It's going to come a certain point, if it hasn't already for you, you come into these reads. It's not even going to be, okay, can you tell me what's going on? No, it's going to be confirmation. Just confirmation. Oh, yeah, I knew that was going on. I knew that happened. I felt that that's what that was. That's how strong you have gotten. That's even further stronger that you are getting. And not strong like, oh, all my life I had to fight. But no, just strengthening your awareness of you and how to read your energy here on this planet when it shows up. So therefore you are also aligning yourself with the energies and the frequencies that are mirroring you in all of your best qualities, and passing no judgment on others because everybody got their shit. But you do understand what the fuck a liability is and say, I can't go for that. No can do. Anyway, internal love, honey. Internal love. Now I'm being so graphic. Internal love. Now we're going to go straight across. Guardian. Your gratitude list. Detox your friendships and dreams of abundance. There it is. This is your eternal love energy. Okay? Completely across the board. The fact that you have accepted the guidance, and the fact that you can hear when that voice is a voice of fear that is trying to defeat you versus a voice of spirit that is trying to encourage you in the places where you may have indeed had fear. It says you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So what more is there to say? Your gratitude list, keep that going. Keep that going. You're going to see yourself adding more, like a Santa Claus list. You know how you just whip out that scroll, okay? Detoxing friendships. Honey, that whole concept of friends needs clear discernment, because so long in life and history we have said friends are people who have been around for a long time. Friends are people who have been around for my hard times. And now you're realizing those people who were around during your hard times weren't really your friends, because where are they during your good times? They enjoyed watching you be down. Now that you're up, or even when you were on your rise, they were trying to keep you down. No, friends know how to support you regardless of where they are in life. Friends know how to support you regardless of where you are in life. And friends are not going to allow you to be in a place of codependency, nor will friends allow themselves to be in a place of codependency with you. Friends will actually check themselves when they realize that they are being codependent on you. Friends will be honest with you if they ever realize, like, you know what, I am being a little bit codependent. Let me check myself and independently try to do something for myself. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for direction. It's okay to ask for a little bit of input. But to be completely reliable on somebody to make you feel better when the shit is yours. And that's what you had to learn how to be your best friend. Hey, friend, you had to learn that even family is not friends. You had to learn that this whole word friend is what get people caught up, and it fucks them up bad. Okay? So then, and this is how you gonna hold on to that internal love. Am I saying it right? That internal love, okay, with yourself. I feel that this is your divine masculine, your divine feminine energy. Just sitting on the bench saying, look at what we done did. Look at how far we done come. And at one point in time, the two energies was very combative, and they were both just taking up the spectrum. One had this much and one had that much, and you couldn't come to a balance. And Spirit is saying now there is a balance, that you can feel it. Trust in it, have faith in it, and keep on progressing forward. Now let's read this card. Just keep on drawing me to read this card. Now we know how I get when my face is here on the board so much. Then when I get to reading, I might do a little bit. So it says, oh, okay. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solitude. Ooh, hold on. I wanted to say in solitude. Okay, in solitude and solutions, baby. Yes, there's no mistakes. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insight that will help you manifest your desires into reality. Honey. Okay. Now, the overload. Now, you got the message? Get it, got it good. Okay. So, with the overload, once again, Spirit is saying the overload that you are feeling is because you love yourself. Say it. You love yourself. You respect yourself. You admire yourself. You have confirmation. You have integrity about yourself. You are securing your dignity, your bag, your transaction, anything that you allow to be shown of you is because you allow it to be shown. Anything that you allow yourself to be of yourself is permitted because you know who you are. So you're overwhelmed. If you are feeling overwhelmed and overloaded, I get it. I understand, honey. I haven't been here in a while because it's been a lot. Things pulling me this way, but things pulling me that way. Calls, water damage, all types of stuff just going on. But yet and still, I'm still handling what it is that I need to handle for me and for the going forwards of me meeting my higher self. All right, and for the higher good of all. Before I, have a spirit decide that I'm gonna be taken out. Okay, but Spirit said, don't worry about that right now, because right now you are on a mission. You are on an mission. Okay, you are on a mission. Okay, take your intermission if you need to. No apologies really need to be had, baby, because just like that loud ass noise behind the scenes, you are doing so much. People may feel that you are lazy. People may feel like you're not committed to certain things. People may feel like you ain't doing nothing because you look the same as the last time they saw you, however long ago it was that they saw you. But you know what you have been doing and what you have been handling, and you know that you are in full body operation of living your life and fulfilling. Ooh, I heard divinity. Oh, baby, we gonna leave that one there. Now, to this other shit. I was hearing Avant, an artist by the name of Avant. What is that song? How does it go? It's called Don't Take Your Love Away. But I'm hearing constantly, I want to be able, so whomever this other person is in your energy, they are saying that they want to be able to love you. Oh, shit. Okay, couldn't get no clearer than that. The reason why they want to be able to love you is because however they treated you in the past, or even if they haven't treated you like anything because they weren't around actively in your presence to even show that they were interested in that whole, they were waiting for the right time. That right time that they was waiting on was your occupation to actually show some type of actual money. You having the spirit of abundance was not good enough for them. It was good enough for some. It was decent for most of them because they felt like eventually your spirit of abundance will lead to something, but it was taking too fucking long for them. So they get impatient. See, they not friends. They not friends. And I heard foes, but then I heard Spirit say, fuck them hoes. Okay, yeah, they a hoe for it. Yeah, they'll work hard for it. Your achievements. All right. Okay, they say this next one, put this over there. What is this? Oh, okay. All right. And then they said put this one right here. Ooh, baby. Spirit said ice that. Put them motherfuckers in the ice box and leave their ass there. Put their ass on ice and leave them there. Matter of fact, they ain't even gonna have no ice because they gonna be so heated when they really realize what it is that you are. Oh, that you have mastered up, that these motherfuckers, oh shit, shut the fuck up. I just looked at the bottom of the deck, that these motherfuckers, and I heard specifically this motherfucker, you gonna see it, that this motherfucker is gonna be big mad. They gonna be big mad. They gonna be so mad that whomever it is that they really wind up being with, if they indeed allow themselves to be with anybody, they gonna tolerate that person. And that shit sucks. They gonna tolerate that person because they gonna be mad about why were they not more patient with you. Bottom of the deck, there go the twin fucking flames. Okay, honey, listen. They don't know what type of rituals or what type of shit. Baby, shut the fuck up. What's behind this divine masculine? Protection, priest. We gonna need 5 of these because we know protection, priest, faith. Give me one more. Yep. Yeah, I knew it was some shit. I said we called it out 5. Okay. Spirit said this is what you need to remember and what you need to keep in mind. Okay, this is what you need to remember and keep in mind. Whomever this twin flame of yours is, if they still here, energetically disregard this divine masculine. He notices your protection, but he also knows the right words to, that he believes that he knows the right words. Thank you, Spirit. He believes that he knows the right words to will you to pull you back in. I'm not even will. I'm doing like the wheel motion, but Spirit said, "Nah, string you back in," and that fucking string is gonna pop, and then they're gonna try to go back, and they're gonna try to run down real close and collect it and tie it, and then they're gonna try to, and they're not accepting the fact that the string keep on popping before there's even any momentum of you moving or in any fucking type of way. Okay, so this fucking twin flame, this was supposed to be a divine masculine energy in your life, whether it's male or female. They're gonna try to use what it is that they used to know about you. And I say used to know about you because they don't know that that's not really how you identify anymore. You remember that version of you, but you don't identify as that anymore. But they really have faith that this shit is gonna work. But to this jealousy and envy thing, we're gonna wrap this shit up because we ain't gonna won't be standing on that. Someone said, and I can't remember where for the life of me I heard this from, but they said that jealousy is like seeing someone with a car and saying, you know what, I want a car just like that, or I want that car. But envy is like saying you want their car and you want everything that's in it, and that you don't want the other person to have it. And I want this person, whomever this person is for you, don't want you to have whatever all this is without them. Though you tried, not even try. You were willing at a certain point in time in your life to let this person, and this is the wrap up card, okay? You were willing to let this person be a part of all this, but they was not willing to be as patient with you as you have with them. I'm hearing Spirit say that they took your ass through there so harshly and so bad that the way that you needed to be bandaged up and repaired, confirmation, was some hell of a shit. It was literally hell shit that you had to be bandaged and repaired from. And you made it. Your achievements throughout all this, it wasn't that you needed rituals or anything else. This person right here was performing rituals with their tongue in many ways that can be saw and understood. They were performing rituals with their tongue, speaking over you, even lying about you. I heard Usher, Caught Up. And I thought we was going to say that for another read when that general. Okay, where's this one? Usher, Caught Up. This person is being caught up in the story and the narrative that they spoke on your name about. You, the Spirit said you did something, not for the intentions of it getting back to this person, but you did something or contacted someone in one way, form, or fashion, or crossed paths with someone in one way, form, or fashion, and it's gotten back to this person, and everything that they've ever spewed out about you, There was a lie about why you weren't around anymore, why you out don't talk, or why this and that happened, or whatever the bullshit was. This person is getting caught up with the narrative that they spewed out about you and your name. And they are now that karma of them having to face the consequences of the backlash of their misspoken words that were not misspoken because they were very much so intentional. That shit has just begun. Spirit is singing to them. We've only just begun. We've only just begun. Our romance is not over. I got a lot of love to give. So Spirit said they got a whole lot of love for this motherfucker. They finna feel it. And it's not gonna play favorable to them, though it's gonna be intentional for them because they got some shit to learn. And it says watchful power. All right, it says your guides are guarding. Your guides are guarding you and want you to know that you are safe and protected from whatever it is that you are fearful from. The worst is now behind you. So Spirit said, don't worry about this devil running this running devil, or whatever the fuck it is they saying and everything else. The fact that you know that you are solid, the fact that you know that even without you being in the vicinity of these people, how solid you are. They said, don't start shaking in your boots for them. Shaking your boots because you're excited. Keep your vibrations high. Who the fuck do these people think they are? They not you. So they can keep on trying to costume themselves to be you all the fuck they want to. Honey, it's in you. It's not on you. But for every day of the year for their ass is Halloween. Spirit, what is this? Because you done put in that work, baby. You put in that work and you finally get to touch it. You get to feel it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, done, lead, Matt, babe, let's get you out of here. Because y'all gonna have me up in here acting a fool, and I ain't acting a fool. Although, you know what? Let's be a fool. We on new cycles, better stuff, new journey. We appreciative and we're grateful for all it is that we have. And by giving the universe that energy in return, the universe is like, oh, they could take on more. They can take on more. They're not stressing about those obligations that they got. They ain't overwhelmed by it. They focus and they understand that they doing this for them. I'll give them more. And it says, when a door does not open, don't waste your energy trying to make it open. It's closed for a reason. You are being redirected to something far bigger and better. Endings are part of the cycle of life. They make way for wonderful new beginnings and opportunities. Baby, I love it. All right, and then you have act on your ideas with 0220. It says you have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wisdom, if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything in this place. You can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see the pattern, since what you plant will grow. Okay, what else does it say? You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. Oh, baby, Rebels, I love you and I adore you, but I'm going to blissfully sing you on about your way. And one more card. And it said friendships. Remember what the fuck we said about friendships. Said I understand a friend is in my life for a reason. Once again, if you're able to, please do go to my shorts and my video shorts, and however you're able, and also in the community page, on the community page, whatever it's called. I'm new to this. I'm learning. Whether you share it, whether you donate, whether you send a PRAYER, a prayer, I appreciate you for your support. And Rebels, I love you and I adore you, but go live your life and make it do what it needs to do for you. Go